in DoD parlance and DoD framework, threat is a combination of capability and intent. And we see a lot of capability, have been seeing a lot of capability. We don't know the intent. So we have to be cautious and prudent until we determine it. Let me point out, we were never attacked by the Soviet Union. We have not been attacked by the Chinese. That doesn't mean that we say, oh, gee, well, we don't care where they fly or what they do, right? There are good reasons for that. So I take a little comfort from what James has said and others have said that there haven't been blatant acts of aggression, but there have also, if you dig carefully into the record, been some things that were at least indifferent towards the safety of some of our personnel, and in other cases interfered with some of our systems, acts that could be considered acts of aggression, interfering with nuclear weapon systems even, which is hard to think of anything more alarming than that. There are also individuals both in our military and in other countries, civilians, and in some cases military personnel who have suffered injury. And so it's a bit of a clouded picture. Obviously, there hasn't been some overt blatant acts of aggression, but in 1952, the U.S. Capitol was overflown twice with a considerable number of these objects. Was that a message? Was that intended to deter? So I think we can't rest on our. It's lazy and inadequate from a national security standpoint to just say, well, nobody's shot at us yet, therefore we don't have to worry or take any precautions. That's not what people at DoD get paid to do. So that I guess that would be my short answer. The other thing would be, if we look at this, and it would be really nice if we could exclude the ET possibility. It would make things a lot simpler, help us focus our efforts in trying to get to the bottom of this, but we have no scientific basis for doing that. And moreover, we have no intel that I'm aware of that suggests that any terrestrial nation has these kinds of capabilities. So we have to continue to entertain that possibility, as unlikely as it may seem. And if we do, then once you do keep that on the table or put that in the set of things that you have to be worried about, it's rather concerning, because a lot of the activity we see is in and around military facilities. And to some degree, that may be an artifact of, we're seeing the keys under the lamppost because that's where the light is brightest. But this recurring pattern off the East Coast, for example, week after week, month after month, in and around not civilian areas, but military target areas and restricted DoD airspace. That's the kind of activity that you would see in advance of potentially of some kind of intervention. Somebody, is this somebody who wants to really understand our military capabilities, our operating procedures, how we work up, range, distances, speeds, et cetera, or why else are they out there? Dogging these operations. So I don't think we need to panic or anything, but I don't think we can just sit on our hands and say, oh, gee, they haven't done anything devastating in the past, therefore they never will in the future. We don't have to be concerned about it.